In this video, we're going to show you how to use the new third hand LT. This is a lightweight aluminum third hand, only weighs a couple pounds, very light. And we're also going to use the original steel third hand to make a magnetic dust barrier door system. Now we've got our best bend system and our saw hood set up here in a finished area. We're going to be doing some cutting and milling here, but downstairs is engineering and we don't want to get any dust in their computer systems. So I'm going to show you how to make a dust barrier system very fast and very easy with our product. So let's get started. So the first step is choosing the right plastic. A lot of people use this really thin plastic that tears really easy. Don't even waste your time. This is a 0.35 mil. It's not even worth it. This material, however, is a 1.5 mil, and you can see it's much more durable. You're going to have a lot better luck. So at least 1.5 mil or higher, 2 mil, 3 mil, that's going to make the best dust barrier. To do is lay out how much plastic we need from the wall up to our corner. So as you can see, I've got my plastic laid out all the way around, making the corner so we can make a very effective dust barrier room. So to release the LT third hand, all you have to do is twist it and it drops down into place. Now we're going to set our first pole. So before you even put any plastic up, we want to size the pole. So lift it up to the ceiling, drop it down about 2 inches, and lock the pole. Now we're ready to put up the plastic. FastCap has come up with a really ingenious magnetic dust barrier foot. All you have to do is simply put the plastic over the top, and then put that little washer back down, and now the plastic is held in place. The next step is simply to lift the plastic up to the ceiling, and at the same time, bring the plastic underneath the bottom foot, just like this. Then release the pole and push it up to the ceiling. If you'll notice, the plastic is stretched tight right here, and it's even kissed right up against the wall here, so you really don't even need to tape it. The way I did that was by stretching the plastic. Remember, I told you to leave that foot about 2 inches down from the ceiling. Then when you put the magnetic dust foot on and you pull it up, you actually stretch the plastic and make a taut seam. Another very important thing to note is the magnetic dust barrier foot right here acts as a spring. It has all these little fingers on it. So when you push the poles hard up to the ceiling, you actually want to push up and actually then lock the pole, and now the pole is locked in there tight. So same thing as the first pole, just lift the third hand up to the ceiling about 2 inches shy and lock it down. Now we're ready to put the plastic on. There's where our corner is going to be. I have the blue tape down there. So I know that I'm going to put my plastic in right about there, put my magnetic cap on, and I'm ready to go. As you can see, I have the plastic under the foot, and with my foot, I'm actually pulling the plastic taut. And now I just lift and turn counterclockwise for the lock on the pole. And I'm done, and I've got one wall completed. Okay, we're just going to put up the last wall. We're going to put the plastic in place with our magnetic clip, and then we're going to hold it up there. And you see, it's just about right to the wall. If it's not, then we need to readjust the plastic in the magnetic clip. But there's perfect, so we get a nice tight stretch across the top. Okay, we're done. Okay, so I'm just going to tighten this wall up like this, just by putting a little piece of blue tape on there and taping it around the pole in a couple places. Now I'm going to put one more LT third hand right in the middle. And we're done. Okay, you can take the excess plastic and just stick it right up against the wall like this. And this acts as an additional barrier to make sure no dust comes out. You don't even have to tape it down. You can if you want, but it's not necessary. Now to create our magnetic dust barrier door. It's very simple. In here are all the components for that, plus 2 third hands. So let's get started. These are our magnets right here. This is our bottom rail with 2 magnets on the outside of it, and then this is our top rail with the dust barrier already set up on it and ready to go. So there it is, just like that. Now we just need to put it together. So the first step is to take our threshold pole right here that has 2 magnets on the outside, and right here the micro adjusts just pop into each side of this. So this is our threshold. Put it approximately where you want the door. The next step is to take off the 3x3 foot on the bottom, leaving just the ball here, which will fit right into the bottom threshold piece. But before we do that, we need to size the third hand, and we're going to get it up to about almost to the top position with the ball detents. And if you make sure that this black line right here lines up in the hole, it'll snap right into place. The next step is just to pop it into the bottom threshold like this, and then make sure the magnetic dust barrier clip at the top is underneath the plastic and pump it into position. Now flip the handle around to that side. Okay, so we've got our threshold in, both of our poles. Now we just have to size the third hands to make sure they're the correct size. And we'll take this and we'll turn it around. So our little monkey paws right here just clip on the outside of that pole right there. And as you can see, it's not quite the right size, so I'll just release it, bring it over to there, and it's clipped into place, making sure the door is centered on each side evenly. Okay, so the last thing you want to do is to make sure, and you can adjust this at any time, that the magnets ride or fall about halfway down the red pole right here, as you can see. And I will cut out this plastic right around here so that it doesn't interfere with the door working at all. So the magnets should line up on the center magnet there, and the bottom magnet should line up about in the middle of the pole for length. Now comes the fun part, the magnets. So these magnets will stick on there like that, very easy. We'll peel those apart and we'll put them on. But the first thing we need to do is cut the plastic out. So what I like to do is just peel back the door like this, take my utility knife, and I want to cut it about 4 or 5 inches away from the pole. And you'll see why I want to do that in a minute. Just slice it down, just like that. On this one, take it all the way up to the top, just like that. And then take this one and make a little doorway. Okay, so we've got our flap. Now we just want to bring the flap over like this, take the dust barrier door, put it on top like that, and then peel off a magnet at a time, putting it into position. Making sure to pull the plastic tight all the way through as you go down. And isn't this easy? Don't you always wish dust doors were this easy to make? The last step is you just got to cut out the plastic for the doorway, and you can get this game or show on the road. Now we're just going to take this like this, cut that off. And last step is you've got 2 more magnetic strips that go on the top head piece. You have 4 going down the side on the outside, 2 on the top on the inside, and you're done. A little bit of adjustment at the bottom if you need it, and you're ready to go to work.